Hello and welcome to Hafen TV. Thank you for tuning in. Today we take you across the Atlantic to America or Los Angeles. No, not to Hollywood Boulevard and the stars and starlets of the world, but to the IAPH World Ports Conference, the premier event of the global port industry that takes place every other year. This time port representatives met in Los Angeles. In 2 years' time, in 2015, Hamburg will host the conference. And LA was the perfect stage to start promoting our city. Die Werbetrommel gerührt.
Los Angeles, the city of angels. With a population of roughly 18 million, it is the second biggest city in the US. People who come here only want one thing: to conquer Hollywood and make it big. This year, however, the city played stage to a completely different audience. International port representatives attending the 28th IAPH World Ports Conference, an event that would not have been complete without Hamburg. After all, it will be our turn to host the conference in our hometown on the River Elbe in 2 years' time.
We want to develop the port of Hamburg as a smart port. Smart means information exchange to increase the quality of the port, to make the port the most efficient part of the supply chain for all the goods and containers.
From environmental policy and safety and security in the port, all the way to economic aspects, what attendants discuss here is of concern to port representatives around the globe. The aim is to share ideas, take home solutions and foster relationships. The HPA's managing director Jens Meyer comments on the strategy of what is called smartPORT, the port concept of the future. The way we see it, smartPORT has two components. On the one hand, there is smartPORT energy, and on the other hand, we have smartPORT logistics. The concept behind smartPORT energy is we want to become more independent from conventionally produced energy. We want to strongly promote renewable energies. Logistics-wise, we want to further develop a modern system to enable logistics companies to make use of the information which we provide about traffic conditions in the port via their smartphones or pads, small computers, to optimally manage their vehicles. The port of Hamburg is also present away from the conference venue. A festive Hamburg night will acquaint guests with the Hanseatic City. We leave downtown by shuttle bus. Several shuttle buses, actually. After all, 500 people want to get to the event venue, the California Science Center in LA. Here, the Hamburg Port Authority has prepared a very special surprise. All guests are welcomed with real German beer and mini hamburgers. We proceed to a venerable ship, the Endeavour. The $2.2 billion spaceship has been on display here since 2012. The shuttle's maiden flight was on the 7th of May 1992. All in all, it took off into space 25 times. Guests are seated right beneath it, and the evening can start.
We are very happy to have you here tonight, and because I'm of the port, I'm going to tell you first a little bit about the port of Hamburg. You must know, citizens of Hamburg love their port. They love their port that much that they celebrate this anniversary every year.
After the initial welcoming words of the HPA's head of marketing and communications, Sabine Stüben, the president of the IAPH, Geraldine Knatz, takes over on the microphone.
I want to have a toast to the Port of Hamburg, to wish them success, not only this evening, and I can tell already we've made that success, but also for the upcoming conference. Soon folk! Cheers. IAPH is an international organization that ports and harbors around the world belong to. And it was founded in 1955 in Los Angeles, and it's where ports come together to share best practices, to learn from each other, and to really engage and deal with some of the pressing issues.
The event's motto for 2015 is City of Hamburg, calling at the smartPORT. To illustrate the motto, a film about Hamburg is shown that takes viewers to the many beautiful places the port and the city have to offer. At a gala night, one thing that should not be amiss is food. Today, the guests will be treated to a variety of German favorites. The program continues. Monika Bonvalet, chairwoman of the Communications Committee of the IAPH, presents the IAPH Communications Award for the worldwide Best Port Communications Project. The Port of Montreal comes in third, followed by Stockholm as the runner-up, and the winner is
the Port of Hamburg for Hafen TV.
Well, Hafen TV is now officially the worldwide Best Port Communications Project, and Hamburg citizens are more than Oscar proud about it. There are so many exciting stories to be told about the Port of Hamburg, but we also have more complex issues that we would like to explain to our viewers. Hafen TV is a perfect way to combine both, introducing interesting places in the Port of Hamburg to a broader audience and presenting complicated topics in an illustrative and comprehensible way. This format, so I believe, does this rather well. But now let's get back to Hamburg. And what international music act is better suited than a band that became famous at a club in Hamburg?
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true.
Admittedly, it is a cover band, but guests seem to love it. The dance floor is crowded. Los Angeles is the world's entertainment capital. We all know that. Hollywood and so on. But that the Beatles are playing here, that's something we haven't had in 50 years, I think. Sensational.
It's a great venue, food's great, drinks are great, and people just have a great energy.
Yeah, it was wonderful because this endeavor and next 2015 will be open in Hamburg, and I will wish to go there.
The atmosphere, the endeavour, the Beatles, everything. It's really a lovely evening. Food was fantastic, the drink, yes.
Not only the guests seem to be enjoying themselves. The Hamburg Port Authority has made every effort to promote the Hanseatic City and is now taking stock. I think even at an event like this, networks can be strengthened. We had some very interesting talks, in particular with our Korean cooperation partners. We would like to intensify our relationship with them, in particular in the field of energy, but also with regard to port operations. We have been able to advance this aim tonight. Many port cities have approached us and asked us to discuss and share our concepts. I was very happy about that tonight. Of course, Los Angeles, as this year's host, wants to take to the stage too. Everyone taking part in the partner program will get to see a typical LA attraction, Hollywood. The tour guide, Dave Rosenberg, takes the group for a walk across the Hollywood Walk of Fame and to historical movie theaters.
The tour is about the history of Hollywood, the history of movies, and we walk. It's an hour and 15-minute tour. So we start off here at the Egyptian Theater, Sig Grauman's Egyptian Theater, and we walk down Hollywood Boulevard, and especially about the the century of the 20th century, and here in Hollywood, and the history of movies and the history of the area itself.
The Dolby Theatre, where the Oscars are awarded every year, is impressive. And you even meet some wannabe stars in the streets. Still, the participants are also looking forward to visiting Hamburg in 2 years.
I've been to Germany once. The go was great shopping. Great beer, great food. I had a good time.
The Kartoffelkeller, right? I've been there twice. Very, very nice. Very interesting. The lakes are lovely.
Back to the Congress Hotel. At an exhibition hall right next to the conference room, various ports and companies are presenting their concepts and products. The Hamburg Port Authority is using this platform to introduce its city to the attendance of the IAPH-Konferenz 2015 in Hamburg. Quite successfully so. All in all, I think the response to Hamburg was excellent. Guests seem to perceive Hamburg as an interesting destination. It's obvious that many people here have not been to Europe or Hamburg yet. People who have already visited Hamburg are enraptured by the city and delighted that the conference will take place there. The 5-day conference ends with a particularly lovely outing, a tour around the Port of LA. Founded in 1907, it is North America's biggest container port, preceding even the Port of New York. More than 16,000 people work in and around the port area. The highlight of the tour, sea lions having fun on the shore in front of the fish auction hall. Well, okay, we won't be able to offer sea lions in 2015, but guests can look forward to an exciting port and harbor as well as a beautiful city when they come to visit us in 2 years' time. And if we start keeping our fingers crossed now, we may even be lucky with the weather.
One thing is certain though, dear viewers, the Port of Hamburg has obviously won a lot of fans, and we can indeed look forward to an exciting IAPH conference here in our beautiful Hamburg in June 2015. That was Hafen TV. We have more for you next time. Bye for now, or tschüss, as we say in Hamburg. Tschüss.